Hi, welcome to my presentation on Creatio's low-code business automation platform. My name is Milan diPierro. I'm the partner and chief operating officer for Ivy Ventures. I'm excited to share with you our experience with the low-code platform and how it's really helped us improve both our internal and external business processes. Ivy Ventures was founded in 2003 by Doug Wetmore and Roger Johnson. We're a healthcare consulting company. We provide outsourced business consulting and outsourced services to hospitals and healthcare systems all across the country. We help them grow market share by improving their processes, by improving their customer service, by improving their strategy, and providing them with advanced analytics. This is a list of some of our clients that we've worked with and continue to work with. Again, we've got a national footprint of hospitals and healthcare systems from Alaska to Florida. We've worked with some of the most prestigious healthcare systems in the country, such as HCA and Intermountain and Yale New Haven Health. I'll share with you some of the ways that we've helped these clients of ours grow their market share. One of the service offerings that we provide to our hospital and healthcare clients is management of referrals. A referral is simply an order that a physician places for clinical care for one of their patients. For example, ordering an outpatient MRI procedure. That process starts with something called an order, which is what you see here on the left-hand side of the slide. This is an example of an order for an MRI exam. The way that we manage that referral process is to start at the very beginning when the physician places the order. And we have got folks that focus on what we call the sales cycle, working with those offices, working with those physicians, understanding their needs and placing orders. And we've developed a custom system, a CRM, to manage our unique sales cycle. Once the order gets placed, the key is to then convert that order into a completed procedure. That is to get the patient to show up at the hospital for their appointment. And we manage that part of the process through what we call the order cycle. So the sales cycle is getting the referral. The order cycle is converting that referral into a completed procedure. And we've used Creatio to help us better manage and monitor the sales cycle, and also to better manage and monitor the order cycle. Just to get into the order cycle in a little bit more detail, this is an area that we've really focused on with our company. And we've developed and innovated a lot of key improvements to optimize this process. We take a very proactive and detailed approach to converting orders into completed procedures. A typical hospital might be able to convert maybe 50% of the orders that a physician writes into a completed procedure. With our unique approach that's fueled by the Creatio platform that we developed, we're able to convert almost 95% of orders into completed procedures. That means the hospital is getting more business. It also means that more patients are getting the care that their physicians have ordered. And so it's good for patients and it's good for our hospital clients. Creatio has allowed us not only to map this process that you see here, which is very detailed, it allows us to track the process like a FedEx package. So we can see in real time how the order progresses through all these different stages, from receiving to processing to contacting the patient to scheduling the patient and to completing the order. And so we can assure that all the steps are being taken, that patients are completing each step of the process, that documentation is complete, and that through this proactive process, we can get, again, more patients to the hospital and get more patients to receive the care that their physicians need. The results that we've been able to develop for our clients is that on average, they get 20 to 30% more business as a result of us implementing this process. The success that we've helped our clients achieve, this 20 to 30% growth in their business, has fueled our growth. So we've grown about 400% over the last 5 years. You can see back in 2015, we had about 33 employees in the company. Today, where we sit in 2020, we've got over 130 employees in the company. A big part of that growth has been this order cycle management service that we provide. We've got individuals who we call coordinators that are responsible for moving the order through that order cycle. Um, Back in 2015, we had zero coordinators, and today we've got over 80. That rapid growth is something that we're very proud of, and is something that has been enabled, again, with the use of Creatio's low-code platform and some of the solutions that we've been able to develop ourselves using Creatio's tools. Back when we first started this offering, this order cycle management offering, we realized that we needed to track the process, and we needed to measure it, and we needed to monitor it, and we needed to give the coordinators a framework to move the order through the cycle. Our first attempt at doing this ourselves was simply to use Excel. We used Excel spreadsheets. The coordinators would fill out the forms in the spreadsheets and then email those Excel spreadsheets to us each night so that we could run our analytics and look at what happened during the day. That was fine when we first started out. It was inexpensive. You know, everyone has Excel. Everyone has access to Excel. But we quickly outgrew that. There was an inability to allow coordinators to collaborate. Everyone was really on an island. You know, we had employees in facilities all across the country with independent Excel spreadsheets. They weren't connected. They weren't sharing information. They weren't sharing data. So as we grew and went from 5 to 10 to 15 coordinators, we quickly realized that this was an inefficient solution and we needed to make improvements. Our next attempt and improvement in that tracking process was to move those Excel spreadsheets into more of a cloud-based environment. That would allow us real-time access to the data, and it would allow these islands to be connected. So we hired a third-party developer to help us implement a SharePoint-based system for filling in these Excel spreadsheets, these SharePoint lists. That was, again, a big improvement for us. We were able to see the information more quickly. We were able to allow people to collaborate through the cloud-based environment. But we quickly realized that this solution had limitations. SharePoint itself just has physical limitations with respect to the size of lists. And working with a third-party developer had some significant limitations, particularly as we got to 20, 30, and 40 coordinators. It was more expensive, you know, as we got bigger to work with a third-party developer. It also was very slow to implement change and make the modifications that we needed. So as a result, we wanted a system that had some of the features of this cloud-based environment. We wanted the cloud-based sharing and collaboration, but we wanted something that we could control, something that we could modify, and something that we could control the costs on as we grew. So that's when we settled in on Creatio as the platform for our infrastructure. That was in 2019. We did a complete redesign of not just the order cycle management system that we had in SharePoint, but also a CRM system that we had developed. We accomplished that rebuild in under 6 months, basically using just one FTE within our organization who became an in-house expert on Creatio's environment. We were able to map, you know, our custom sales cycle into a Creatio CRM that we developed and modified. We were also able to map our custom order cycle process into cases and workflows within CRM. This is an example of the CRM that we've developed. It's got some unique features that we use specifically for our business that applies to healthcare providers and allows us to capture the information that we need to manage the relationships with those referring offices. But most importantly, we were able to map the order cycle management process using Creatio's low-code platform. As I mentioned, we were quickly growing the number of coordinators. At this point in 2019, we probably had 60 or 65 coordinators and needed to develop a system that provided consistency and high quality service for all these 60 folks that are spread across the country. Managing a remote and distributed workforce is a challenge, but being able to do it using Creatio's workflows allowed us to maintain consistency and control over that distributed workforce. This is an example of the case list that we created within Creatio to manage all the different patients and the orders that we receive. We were able to continue to scale our organization and grow the number of coordinators. We now have over 80 coordinators that are managing the order cycle for our clients. We're receiving over 1,000 orders a day, and we've been able to grow and scale seamlessly without any limitations and without any problems using Creatio's platform. It really seems to be a limitless solution for us, and we're very excited about having it as the foundation for both our sales cycle offering and our order cycle offering. One of the things that we like about the solution that we developed with Creatio's platform is the automation aspect. Being able to, again, move these orders through the order cycle in a specific fashion that's consistent from coordinator to coordinator, whether we're using one EMR from a hospital or a different EMR from a different hospital. We've got the same process, and the coordinators follow the same steps to move that order through the order cycle. And it allows us to track that order and the work that the coordinators are doing. We also use some of the built-in analytics within Creatio to monitor the workload and monitor the status of all the orders. That allows us to see if coordinators are keeping up with the workflow, if there are coordinators that are lagging and might need help. It allows us to have people pitch in and help out. And it also allows us to report back to our clients the status of their business. This is some visibility that hospitals have never had before. Being able to see the orders that are coming into their system is something that they're not used to seeing, and being able to show that to them using Creatio has been really valuable. In addition to using some of the built-in analytics within Creatio, we've been able to seamlessly integrate the data in Creatio with our data warehouse. We use a Snowflake database and Tableau as a report writer to pull information from Creatio, combine it with other information from our HR systems, from our telephony systems, and from our client's billing system to produce really unique reports that show the status of our client's business. This combined view is something that hospitals don't have the ability to see unless they're using our services and unless we're using the Creatio platform. In summary, we've really had a very rapid growth from 2015 to now, and we've innovated and modified our internal business processes over time, starting very simply with Excel, moving to kind of a cloud-based Excel version with SharePoint in 2017. But now I think we're settled on a solid foundation with Creatio that is going to allow us to drive efficiency and automation. It allows us to balance the workload. It allows us to improve productivity while maintaining consistency and high quality in the processing of the orders. This is a timeline of our implementation of these different processes and solutions from starting back in 2015. What I'm most excited about is the opportunity moving forward. So here in the fall of 2020 or 2020, excuse me, we are now working on integrations with the Creatio solutions that we've made. So we want to be able to integrate our phone system into the order cycle solution that we've developed. We want to be able to integrate faxes into the order cycle system that we've developed. And we also want to get a direct feed from hospital EMRs into the order cycle management process. These are all possible. We're working on them. We've tested them. It's going to improve the quality. It's going to improve productivity. It's going to improve the data integrity that we have within Creatio. So we're very excited about these improvements that we're working on right now. And the future, I think, holds even more integration opportunities. We're going to look towards some bi-directional communication with hospital EMRs. So instead of just getting data feeds every now and then, we look to have a real-time connection between the Creatio platform and our hospital's IT systems. Again, we believe that all of that is possible thanks to the foundation that we've invested in with Creatio. Not only have we learned to improve the order cycle process and the sales cycle process for our clients, but we've taken that in-house expertise and focused it inwards on our own processes. We've adapted our HR onboarding process into a Creatio workflow that allows us to track applicants for openings. It allows us to track the training of new hires. It makes sure that we have all the proper documentation to get them into our payroll system, to get them the IT system access that they need, and to get them onboarded and trained as Ivy Ventures employees. So not only are we benefiting from the Creatio platform when it comes to providing services to our clients, but we also are now benefiting from that platform internally in being more efficient and more productive when it comes time to hire employees, train them, and onboard them. We've also developed, again, with our in-house expertise, employee termination workflows. So as we exit people from the organization, we've got checklists, we've got automated tasks that get assigned, we've got reminders that are built into the system so that we can exit people from the organization securely and consistently. Again, it's really improved our internal processes, and it's a way that we can leverage our investment in Creatio to not only build our business, but improve our internal businesses as well. In summary, some of the keys to our success were really to use the low-code environment to develop in-house expertise. Being able to control the development of improvements, to do them quickly, to do small improvements on an as-needed basis in real time, really has allowed us to refine and improve the solution in a way that is much more cost-effective than outsourcing it to a third-party developer. Having the control of the platform in-house also allows us to include other people in the development instead of development happening kind of in a vacuum somewhere in some third-party development organization. It happens right in-house, and so we can bring end users in. We can have other people look at it, get them involved in the process of designing it, designing the process, and also refining it and testing it, which has been really helpful. And then also, allows us to, as I mentioned, automate processes externally for our clients and internally for our own business purposes. So you really can leverage the one-time investment in Creatio in many, many ways to help us generate revenue by winning over new clients and providing more value to them, and also to help control costs internally by operating more efficiently within your own internal business processes. So we're really happy with the platform that we've settled on. We think it's the platform for growth. We've got a lot of big plans to integrate additional systems into it. and to continue to grow and map new processes for ourselves and for our clients.
Milan, thank you so much for that presentation. That was awesome. Really, really great to kind of understand your experiences. And if you have a few more moments, I'd love to ask you a few questions as they relate to Creatio and Ivy.
Sure, absolutely,
All
Alex.
right, perfect. And for those who I haven't met yet, I'm Alex Robinson. I'm a strategic account manager here at Creatio. Hopefully I get the opportunity to work with you down the road, but Milan and I work hand in hand, and really enjoy on what Ivy is doing now. But with that, I'll jump right into the questions. So Milan, first off, do you believe the healthcare industry players need to be more tech savvy? Knowing that Ivy Ventures works closely with the healthcare institutions, would you highlight any of the latest IT trends in the industry that you've noticed?
I think the healthcare industry tends to lag a little bit from an IT perspective. But I think more importantly than updating their IT approach, they really need to focus their IT more on their customers. They tend to adopt, large solutions to try to solve a lot of different problems. And that seems to be, a cost-effective way for them to invest in IT. I think it's better for them to look for solutions that they can tailor themselves quickly and easily and cost effectively, that allows them to focus on their customers. And that's one of the things that I like about Creatio. It's allowed us to tailor solutions so that we can focus ourselves on our customers.
You kind of segued into my next question there, which was how has low code helped your company, transform and fit into your strategy? And it sounds like, that's kind of it to meet those needs and be able to be agile in it.
Yeah, we've really been able to grab control of our IT as opposed to having to, communicate what we need to a third party, wait for them to do something, see what it looks like, communicate changes, go through that whole cycle, which is so slow and expensive. By taking control of the development and doing it in-house, we can iterate versions much more quickly. We can test and implement changes ourselves. We can work with the end users. We're all in the same shop. We can show them what we're doing and get feedback. We can involve them in testing so that the end product is better and we get to it more quickly.
Got it. And how does this help you be more customer focused? Because it sounds like, that's the end result, or what you're talking about is, there's a lot of lagging because people are focused on technology, but not the customer. So how does the low code help you there?
Yeah, again, just the ability to implement changes and see those changes in real time is just unparalleled. I mean, whether we're working with our client and they have a request and we make the change and show them the end result, or whether we're working internally to fix, our own business processes, being able to implement the change and see its impact in real time allows us to get to a better end result more quickly and more cost effectively.
That's awesome. Great. Just a couple more questions here, if you don't mind. But I guess how easy was the platform to be able to fit into your IT landscape? I know that you have a pretty complex infrastructure there. And with that said, are there any other further integrations that you guys are looking to do down the road?
Yeah, you certainly have to think ahead as to what you want your infrastructure, your analytics infrastructure to look like and how you want it to work. But Creatio didn't provide any challenges to us. It plugged in very easily. We get the data out of Creatio on an hourly basis, so we're working practically in real time to see everything that our clients are doing. It's really been simple for us to incorporate the Creatio data in with all the other different data sets that we use for our analytics platform.
Awesome. Great. And one other question is, you're talking about getting all the way down to your end users. How has that user adoption been? And what are the best practices that helped you achieve that high user adoption?
Yeah, getting the end users to use the system is really the ultimate goal, right? You don't want to put all this time and energy into developing something and then not have the folks use it or use all aspects of it. And so again, by having the development capabilities in-house with the low-code platform that Creatio provided us, we could create a cross-functional team of folks to design version 2, version 2.1, version 3, and we would include end users in that cross-functional team. So we would have, the 1 or 2 developers that we have in-house for the platform, end users, and also, other business experts to get their perspective, analytics folks and associates, and having everybody work together and see what we're building allows them to all feel like they own the end product. And when they feel like they own it, it's much easier for them to feel like they want to use it.
Definitely. I love that answer. So with that, I just have one more question for you. I guess just kind of the last takeaway. What are the 3 main things that you like most about Creatio? Kind of loaded, but love to hear it.
Yeah, I love the control that it gives us over not just our own business processes, which is, the end result. We have more focused and disciplined processes internally, but just the ability to define them, which helps you think about your processes and helps you, optimize them. So I love having that control. I love having the standardization of the processes across, all of our business aspects. We're using it not just to deliver services to our healthcare clients, but also we're using it internally for HR, for onboarding, for CRM. So it's really become a common platform for us. So the control, the commonality, and the consistency are really, kind of the 3 big things that we like.
I love it. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Just want to thank you again for taking the time to present for our Accelerate event. Love everything that you guys are doing over at Ivy, and I look forward to continued updates and continued success, both in your organization, but as well as leveraging Creatio. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. We're really happy with the partnership, and we're excited about moving forward with you guys.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Take care.